Me as a kid, I would just stalk everybody in IMDb for hours. And the trivia is phenomenal.
Yeah. It's the best. Literally adding it from this interview right now.
Yes. This place will follow us for the rest of our lives.
We're now on the 3rd season. Is there a specific scene that stands out to you that you think Yellowjackets should be known for?
God, what scene?
Scene, there's so many.
Oh, there's so many.
Do we want to go with the eating Jackie
No,
again?
but it's so on the nose, but it's so true.
It is. It's like if that was on a poster, like if there was a poster by the time we get done with the entire show, that's the show.
Yeah, if
That
someone's
entire
like, what's the
sequence.
show about? I just plug that 1 minute scene and I'm like,
Yeah.
you kind of get the gist of it.
Maybe like the crash sequence?
Oh, that's a great answer. Yeah, the crash sequence, of course.
Why specifically?
Well, I think like it catapults the viewers into like what the show is going to be.
We wouldn't be here without it.
Wouldn't be here without it.
Without the crash.
Like it like establishes the world of the show and the tone of the show, and it's cool and impressive.
That and the opening scene of the pilot.
Yeah.
The pit girl scene. Who is pit girl?
Yeah. I personally, and I know I talked to Bart about this, and I think one of the scenes that just encapsulated Yellowjackets and the female rage and pain of it was when Sophie Nélisse beats the out of me.
Yeah.
Also, my best friend, and it was just so fun. But I just think there's so many layers to that scene that is just like screams Yellowjackets of like sacrifice, pain, watching, and like their children, and yeah.
Man, when I think about it, I just can't imagine us not really being known for the feast.
Yeah.
Like the feast
Jackie.
is so iconic, you know, episode 2, season 2, let's go. Like
Yeah.
it's there's just it's to see that shift in everything this show is, you know, it's the moment for me.
It's what people were waiting for.
It's what they waited.
I don't know what's coming.
All for.
I don't even know how you elevated it this season. I'm still thinking about it.
Get ready.
I've got to say the moment, because I wasn't in season 1, when Lottie stabs the bear.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just me being selfish, talking about me because I'm an actor, but what my character was going to be, but the fact that she does it and it's so brutal for Lottie.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, what? And it kind of finishes season 1. It's so clever. I don't know, it's just a twist, but that just sprang to mind. What about you?
Oh gosh, I don't know. There's so many also. That's such a hard question.
What about when you 3 walk into the, that famous shot of you?
It's kind of a moment.
I know, it's so
and
sexy.
my scene personally that I loved doing was the scene where Jeff finds out about the affair and he says there's no book club. That was really fun to shoot, and that's such a fun scene.
I got it. I love it. Love it. The psychedelic feast.
Oh, yeah, of course.
This is wild.
Yeah.
It's rock and roll. It's heavy metal.
And I know this isn't necessarily like what Yellowjackets should be known for, but like a calling card at this point is there's no book club?
What? There's no book club? Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Everyone knows
That's a little
it.
like a side.
I know, but it needed to be mentioned, so I did
I
it, okay?
appreciate that.
You did. No, it's funny because I talked to Melanie, and when I asked her, she said when Jeff finds out there's no book club.
Yeah.
And there's an affair.
She enjoyed that.
She did.
She really did. That
On the day, she was enjoying that.
Was she
You
laughing?
can't laugh before I do it.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
And then of course there's the scene where they eat Jackie.
Naturally.
Yes, of course.
It's just good.
It's just,
It's just
yum.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, tasty.
It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What is this? This is great.
You know, I think the cannibalism gets a lot of heat, but what were you gonna say? I think it's less about the cannibalism and more about, the psychology of it all.
Yeah. I think if like visually there's just like one scene, it would be, it's technically 2 scenes, but it's like all in one ensemble. It would be Shauna beating up Lottie with the adults dancing, and it's like cutting
That was beautiful.
through all
Her
of that.
cutting, the editing was amazing for that.
Yes, or it would be us walking with Javi and you leading the group and then seeing Travis, and it was like right after he passed away, and it was just, oh my God. If I just saw that clip, I'd be like, what the hell is this show? But like, it's Yeah, heartbreaking. Yeah, I picked 2 really intense scenes though. So
Yeah.
what would you
I mean, there's too many. My God.
you guys singing and dancing in the first season?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or you remember when we're, or even the pilot.
This guy, woo,
Yeah.
Running Man.
Yeah.
running
Just that perfectly encaptures our show. It's all light and happiness.
Yeah.
One thing I love about the show too is that there's so many dark tones, but there's so many funny moments. I'm curious, is there a specific moment behind the scenes of season 3 that stands out to you as being one of your favorite or the funniest moment that you had?
We had a couple of like, what am I allowed to say? We had a couple of like memorable night shoots all together, I think. It's safe to say.
Blackout. All I remember from this season was Samantha's vomiting the whole time.
Oh, poor
Samantha's vomiting was the soundtrack of the season.
What happened?
She was pregnant.
Yeah.
So she was very, very loud retching. Yeah, poor thing.
A goat peed all over me.
What?
Yeah, do you not remember that?
No, you didn't say that.
When I was like holding the goat and he was like wrapped up in a blanket and like in the middle of the scene, I was like, it's very wet all of a sudden. What is happening? And I'm like, I think the goat just peed. I was like, don't ruin this take. Don't, just keep going. We'll fix it at the end. And then sure enough, yeah, we cut and I was just like, cool. Well, I now have goat pee all over me.
I do feel like when you and I are together, we do get a bit talkative.
Chatty.
We get
chatty
a little
Cathy.
bit chatty. But
Do you ever make each other break on set or during a scene?
Yeah.
Is there one in particular?
It has happened.
My nostrils will go first. And I can see it because it's so big, and I'll see it in my view, and I'm like, oh, don't, just hold it, like this, and I see my nose go, and then I'm gone.
But you're good at not laughing. I try to make you laugh. I try to make her laugh by ad-libbing something silly, and she's good at not laughing.
We hold it together.
I love that because I feel like Melanie, your character is so serious.
She's so serious, and she's so funny in real life. But but also your delivery of your lines too, and they're just so dry. It's genius.
I stabbed him, and now he's dead. Yeah.
You had so many survival skills that your characters have built throughout the season. What survival skill do you think would be most useful in real life?
Manipulation. I'm telling you, you got to get everyone to like you, so they want you to survive.
I think
Gotta
like
have a sharp brain.
identifying what plants are edible and poisonous. Like that, no matter where you are, that's probably going to come in handy.
But you can't have these two things without fire. Like actually the number one survival skill is building a fire, which I lack. I can't build a fire. Can you?
With nothing, truly with nothing, I would need to see. But like I can if I have like some
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My toxic trait is thinking that I could. I absolutely can't.
Like, what's your sign?
But I believe Sagittarius.
Me too.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm. It's the red hair.
It is.
It's the red hair.
Cult.
Community. I think cult brings community and
It's
loving.
gotta be that craftsmanship, you know? Like we got some
Oh, we do have some
craftsmanship out
skill.
there.
That
like
would translate.
We can build anything.
I'm gonna
it
stick
seems.
with cult.
I don't know if it's gonna help. That'll help us.
No, but it's like a wellness community. You know,
We
that's how I'll
saw
sell
how
it.
that went.
Well.
Well. Something I learned recently is that I guess bears have a lot of parasites in them, so don't eat bear meat. So that's good. I don't eat meat anyways, but still good to know. And I think that, in one of the first episodes, I learned how to like make a sling out of a t-shirt. So if you hurt your arm, it's like a easy sling situation.
Nice.
You know?
I learned how to start a fire, but don't remember at all.
Oh, shit.
I know. Well, I had people help me. I'm kind of like, I couldn't really think of any. I haven't really,
You're like,
it's funny
I learned
because
how to-
I'm always in the wilderness. Every movie that I do, everything that I do, and I never take anything home with me.
You always
But
get
that's
to
my
run.
way of always running barefoot in the wilderness.
You recently have a movie, Companion. I'm curious, how do you think Natalie would respond in Companion?
Natalie would respond in Companion. I mean, she's just almost the polar opposite of Iris in the beginning. But then I think that Iris kind of turns into something very similar to Natalie as she goes through her character arc. I just don't want to screw everything up.
If you could send a message to your present day character, what would you say?
Oh, don't up with Van. If you get another chance, don't let this one go.
If you could give a message to your past self character, what would it be?
I'd say I'm so sorry all of that happened to you. Give yourself a hug.
Yeah, I think I'd just give her a big cuddle.
Yeah.
I feel for little Lottie.
know,
Sometimes,
me
like,
too.
she's so vacant and lost and empty. I would just cuddle her and kiss her.
Yeah, I just want to hug them constantly.
Yeah.
And also maybe don't get on the plane.
That's a good piece of advice. There you go. Yeah. Don't go to
But her dad
nationals.
paid for
Don't
it,
go to
right? Like, her dad paid for the plane. Yeah. So.
Flight commercial.
What is the craziest fan theory that you've read online?
Javi being the bear. Javi being the bear. Have you seen that? Have you ever seen that? Yeah. There was like this theory for a while that like Javi was the bear originally, and it was like, but it was so well thought out. It was so well thought out.
need to
It's
see that
huge.
one.
You gotta
All right,
read
send
it.
it to me.
It's so well thought out.
I've said this before, but I'm always entertained by like the Ben ones and like not only does he survive, but does he intentionally leave the girls behind? Does he get rescued first and then like leave them behind, or does he intentionally stay out in the woods and then like come back to haunt the girls? And like who plays his older version if he is alive? Those are always very fun.
The main one that I have seen everywhere is that like Callie is Pit Girl. And I selfishly am like, I want that to be true because I just want to work with all the amazing actors in the past timeline too. I want to have it both ways.
Recently, I read that the symbol is the map to some sort of underground cave system.
Oh, Courtney was talking about that one too today.
That's definitely fascinating. I don't personally buy it, but I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, cool. Maybe somebody was kidding when they said this, but that like Van was a werewolf, which I thought was really interesting.
What the heck?
If you could do a crossover with another show, which one would it be and why?
Whoa. Another show.
My brain only because I've watched The Agency lately. But it would be hilarious to have like a spy unit trying to like break down what actually happened in the wilderness.
And they're like coming after
But like
us in the
shot
future.
like The Office.
Shot like a mockumentary.
But we've also always talked about having like a behind the scenes video of Yellowjackets being like The Office, where it just zooms in and like getting people's
Look into
reactions.
the gym looks, yeah.
Do you have a crossover that you would love to do with Yellowjackets?
Survivor. That's what I would love to do.
I could see the whole cast going on Survivor.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Let's get that going.
We should make that happen.
We should absolutely make that happen.
White Lotus. It's my dream show.
Yellowjackets and White Lotus.
Yeah. Oh, like a crossover, two shows together. I was just thinking
Yeah,
if I
no,
could be
that's
on another show.
Oh.
Has, like,
Actually,
White
but no,
Lotus.
White Lotus kind of slaps. I love
It
that.
would kind of be a great crossover
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, the people that are like in that show like actually are camping in the wilderness and
Yeah.
discover that's actually pretty great. I kind of like that. I don't know, it's not on anymore, but I would have loved to see Yellowjackets crossed over with Succession.
Mm-hmm.
Like really opposite ends of the spectrum.
Or
you
like
know?
Yellow Jackets and like Star Trek, like future and
there we
like
go.
the 90s.
Okay, all right.
Blended in.
Yeah.
That's so good.
This is why we're not writers.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, these are the like, what are you talking about?
Sean will be fighting aliens in like season 4.
Well, this maybe makes no sense at all, but my brain went the bear. Because of
Great
all
answer.
the
Perfect.
they're making the food, or it's,
Yeah, that's a good
it's
crossover
stressful
there.
over there. It's really stressful and high anxiety over there. Who knows?
Exchange recipes.
Yeah.
No, I hate this.
Sophie, we got the chance to talk to you at Sundance, where you mentioned how the importance of forming all these important friendships and relationships. I'm curious, what is your favorite thing about your co-star sitting next to you?
Oh, this one?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, how much time you got? Go on for a while.
Okay, I could have fun and shit talk Steven because there's nothing I love doing more, and I think our relationship is like strongly based off of like teasing each other.
Yeah.
But like on an actual honest level, Steven has been like my guiding light through like all of these seasons. He's like someone I look up to so much because he's like so kind, so professional, has so much life wisdom, and he's like an older brother to me, and I feel like I can run up to him for so much advice, but also he just gives me so much, not unsolicited advice, but just like without even knowing that you're like helping me process these things or like teaching me a life lesson. There's so many moments that we've like had dinner together that I'm like, you've taught me a lesson that I like I very, like, more than you, because I'm not going to tell you, but, like, I often go back to him, like, I remember this conversation I had with Steven, and I want to, like, apply this to my life. And so, yeah, he's, like, a big brother and someone that I know I'll have in my life forever. Yeah.
Okay, big brother.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I've said before that from like the moment I met Sophie, I was surprised. I didn't realize how young she was when we started this, and I was just like, it's not possible that somebody who's this young can be like this mature and just like worldly and also this talented. Like, it's mind-blowing to me. I didn't have like a fraction of the talent when I was that age that she does. And there's so much emotional depth to somebody who is still in their early 20s, and I don't really understand it, and it pisses me off kind of sometimes, where I'm just like, how? But no, this is one of those shows that like you need those close relationships with people that you work with, because you're just in it so much, and the material oftentimes that we're working on can be so heavy and so daunting and so exhausting that like in those days and weeks in between being on set, it's like you just need to decompress. And the fact that Sophie and Courtney have both kind of been that for me and allowed me to like have close friends in this particular work setting, it's been such a blessing. I haven't experienced that a whole lot in my career, so.
He's the ketchup to our fries. That's what we always say.
Oh, about this guy? My favorite thing? Liv has the biggest heart. Like, this person is incredibly intelligent and charming and funny and blah, 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 and you can get distracted by that. But at the core is just this, like, little baby who's just loves so hard and really shows up fully in all relationships and all endeavors. And I love your heart.
Oh, thank you. Similarly, like, I love how much you care. Like, you're incredibly driven and like really intelligent and very self-possessed, but like you are committed and you really know yourself, and you bring like that knowledge and that care to everything that you do. It all like matters to you.
Thank you.
Her heart.
Oh.
Big heart.
Oh.
She's keeps everything intact through this crazy industry. She's gonna be just fine.
Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. Yeah, my favorite. What is my favorite thing about you?
Lie.
Yeah. Well, I guess in a way, I'm not gonna lie. In a way, it's connected to your heart, but it's been so beautiful to like develop our relationship over the 3 seasons. And this man is so loving and so open, and I like really value every conversation we get to have off screen. And yeah, he is such an important friend to me. I love you.
All right. Let's not go ahead.
I love that so much. You can really see it on screen, the love you guys all have for each other, especially as a family. Y'all came a long way since season 1.
We're going somewhere.
We're going. Absolutely.
I think that we get to like, when we're in scenes, we're very like collaborative, and it just like gets to ride out how it's gonna go. Yeah.
I think Courtney's so like earnest and just like has like a real true like, I don't know, I never feel like on set you're like not having a true moment, and that's like really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like I can just see, your work ethic on set is just really admirable. It's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Damn it. Can't leave.
Interview's over.
That's done. Can we wrap it up?